Artifact Manager keeps source evidence beside finished work, so incident material stays available across enrichment and reporting workflows. Search covers artifact names and indexed content, letting an analyst find relevant evidence without opening every file. Type and date filters narrow the library further, starred items and sorting work with either card or list view. A named folder keeps the Internet Edge review evidence and finished analysis together for the team handling that investigation. The folder is ready before evidence arrives, giving later uploads and enrichment results a stable home in the library. Before saving, the upload preview confirms the Nessus Delta contains 8 affected CVEs and the incident details analysts expect. Staging the file exposes its hosts and products beside severity and CVE rows, so bad input can be caught before upload. Once uploaded, the Nessus Delta can support later enrichment and grounded reporting without asking analysts to supply the same evidence again. Artifact Enricher turns documents, advisories, scan output, emails, or incident handoffs into a structured intelligence report tied to the submitted evidence. Each submission produces the full graded report with citations, giving every run the same reviewable output contract. The source workspace accepts saved artifacts or new material by file and paste, then holds the chosen evidence for review before submission. Saved sources brings the uploaded Nessus Delta into reach, so existing evidence can be selected and inspected without leaving the enrichment task. The pasted analyst notes connect affected products and CVE references to the incident's working intrusion theory, preserving context a scan cannot carry. Those notes also preserve observed indicators, affected hosts, and 16 ATT and CK techniques, giving each later finding incident-specific evidence. The staging tray places the notes beside the Nessus Delta and opens the selected source for a full text review. Both sources remain separate and inspectable before submission, preserving the analyst narrative alongside scanner evidence. During enrichment, the job tracks progress across 8 CVEs while retaining the submitted host addresses, file hashes, and ATT and CK mappings. Live progress shows which work is finished and which evidence is still processing. Cancel remains available if the submitted material is wrong. Partial errors stay attached to the result instead of erasing completed evidence, so analysts can judge coverage before acting on the report. The overview states the bottom line, confidence, and evidence coverage before turning the findings into prioritized response work. Patch, block, watch, and info separate immediate action from monitoring, while KEV and EPSS evidence help analysts order the queue. References keeps each CVE's severity, exploit likelihood, KEV status, weaponization, source grade, and ATT and CK mappings with the finding it supports. Each CVE retains its SSVC decision and exploit evidence beside citations and raw data, so reviewers can inspect the basis of the classification. Watch filters findings that need continued observation instead of immediate patching or blocking. The expanded record explains the classification and supporting evidence. Attack surface organizes supported paths by phase, linking observed behavior to relevant detections, mitigations, and D3 fend countermeasures. Defenses starts from each ATT and CK technique and pairs detection telemetry with mitigations and D3 fend countermeasures for concrete defensive planning. Cross-reference connects vulnerability exposure with the IOC portfolio, so reviewers can trace shared actors, campaigns, software, techniques, remediation, and exploit relationships. Analysis and sources records, admiralty grades, corroboration caveats, and coverage limits, making the report's confidence clear enough for review and handoff. Saving keeps the finished enrichment in Artifact Manager as source-backed evidence the team can reopen, compare, export, or use in a report. Artifact Enricher turns mixed evidence into a saved, reviewable case. The findings keep their sources, confidence, and defensive context, so the next analyst can reopen the work and act without rebuilding it.